A lot of these companies that we go to on a yearly basis, we call them categoricals. It's mandated by the EPA that every year we visit them and do monitoring and sampling of their waste stream. And each of these companies typically have a pre-treatment system where they actually have to treat the wastewater prior to it being discharged to the sewer system where it comes to our treatment plants. These pre-treatment systems typically they allow for removal of solids, removal of some of the chemicals that can't be discharged or have to be within a certain limit before they are discharged. This is a ISCO sampler. We use it to take wastewater samples from the sewers.
We got 24 bottles here. We programmed this sampler to collect one sample, which is 1/4 of a bottle, every 15 minutes. And we collect then 24 hours worth of sample. Notice that we use locks on our samplers. We're going to leave this at this facility overnight, and we lock it up so that we make sure that we maintain a chain of custody. City plating is regulated under Federal Regulation 40 CFR 433, the metal finishing regulations. Any wastewater they generate has to meet certain discharge limits with respect to a variety of metals.
Oh, hi, Randy. Mark and Wolfram. How are you? Nice to see you. We're a metal finisher. We are in the automotive supply chain. So we support our customers who are primarily stampers and fastener manufacturers with zinc plating, tin plating. They drop off their steel or copper, as the case may be, and they put the coating on it, and they just need it back. Trying to do it in a way that we can stay in business and at the same time comply with whatever regulations are out there. There's a series of cleaners and acids, and there's rinse waters, and the rinse waters are continuously flowing.
Now you can see here, you can see the actual solids in the tank that have condensed, and they get pumped from this section of the clarifier into these plates. The plates allow the solids to fall on the plates and get dropped down to the bottom.
This is what the company removes from their wastewater. This is the end product. In the old days, this would stay in solution and be discharged to us. These days, the metal finishing industry treats their wastewater to remove precipitate metal in the form of metal hydroxide.
It's a whole parallel chemical process to our manufacturing processes. It took several years to actually get everything dialed in. The right polymers and the right flows, the right balance of everything to know how we wanted to operate our system.
The water that is collected goes through this hole right here, drops down, and goes into where we collect our samples from, and from there it enters the sewer. Once that's in place, we'll leave it overnight, we'll come back tomorrow, select our samples, and submit them over to analytical services for analysis. So we're back at City Plating. It's been 24 hours. We'll unlock the box, we'll look and make sure there's no solids present in any of the bottles. It gives us an opportunity to inspect each sample for any outward sign that there may be something amiss. We can bring our concerns to the industrial user right now. We can even show him when a malfunction occurred, even estimate the time that it occurred. It helps him to get on and troubleshoot his system immediately. After we've done the pH test, we bottle up all the samples and then return the samples back to analytical services so they can take over the chain of custody and run the analysis